In 2019, the UCP did a favor for their buddies in the insurance industry and removed the rate cap on car insurance. Right away, premiums soared. For Albertans in my riding, this meant thousands of dollars in extra costs on top of the worst cost of living in 40 years. Meanwhile, insurance companies are making record profits. The Premier says she knows we need a solution. Will she admit that the problem was caused by her finance minister picking his friend in the insurance industry over Albertans?
The Honourable the Premier.
Mr. Speaker, it's quite clear that insurance rates have been going up for a long time. They went up all the way through the NDP's time in office, 5% per year for a total of 20%. We now know that we're in a position where Alberta has some of the highest insurance rates in the country. That's why I've asked my finance minister and my Affordability and Utilities minister to meet with the insurance industry so that we can talk about ways that we can address this in the long run. Because part of the problem with the approach taken by the members opposite is that it resulted in people having to pay their insurance premiums up front. People were deinsured. People had to bundle their insurance, and it became unaffordable. We need better solutions.
The Honourable Member for Calgary-Bullard-McCall.
According to a recent report by Ernst & Young, Albertans are forced to buy the most expensive car insurance in Canada. An Alberta driver could pay more than double what their twin brother pays having an identical car in British Columbia. These premiums have soared since the UCP finance minister removed the rate cap. That's fact. Will the Premier accept responsibility for Albertans paying for the most expensive car insurance in the country after her government gave the green light to massive increases?
Yeah.
The Honourable the Premier.
The increase that took place in the 2015 to 2019 period under the former government. So will they apologize to Albertans for the fact that it increased under them? In fact, when we released the cap, we ended up seeing a lower average increase year over year. Now, what we are hearing is that there are a certain number of our insured.
The Honourable the Premier has the call.
What we are hearing is that there are a certain percentage of the insured that are seeing double and triple the increases, and we need to understand why that is. We are hearing stories of people who have a clean driving record and they're seeing an increase. We need to understand why that is. To act as if it's 100% across the board is not true.
The Honourable the Member for Calgary-Bullard-McCall.
On Tuesday, like today, the Premier said she is concerned by the cost of car insurance, and she hopes to find a solution sometime. My challenge to the UCP is, why wait?
Yeah.
My private member bill will be introduced today, and it will freeze insurance rate for 1 year. We can pass this bill in a day, and last night we invited the UCP to join us in getting this done before we leave, and giving all Alberta drivers some holiday cheer. To the Premier, will she join us in freezing car insurance rates today so that we can find solutions? Yes, sir.
The Honourable the Premier.
Well, Mr. Speaker, we believe in consulting with industry and identifying areas where we can work together to solve the problem. I think it's pretty well understood that we've got some issues that are...
The Honourable the Premier has the call.
It is well understood with the Ernst & Young report that we have seen an escalation in rates that began in 2015 and has continued. The bulk of that increase happened under the NDP time in office, and that's why we've got to go and we've got to address this. We've got to identify the issues, and then we've got to work over the next number of months to find short-term, mid-term, and long-term solutions. What they put forward simply didn't work.
Correct.
Honourable members, my apologies. A point of order was called at 1:57 that I failed to note by the Honourable Member for Tabor-Warner.